Hi there guys, welcome to Capital A, welcome to my Forex weekly review. So again, it's just that midweek video where I'm going to review what I mentioned on the weekend, and then we're going to see how the trades played out, see what you could have done to catch on to them. So again guys, that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner, stay up to date with the channel, keep up to date with the trades that I'm calling, monitor them, set some alerts over the weekend, place the trades during the week, monitor them, and let's see how we can make some money throughout the week. Okay, so again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with the channel. With that, I'm going to get straight into it, go straight into the trades that I called. Okay, guys, so the first one I wanted to mention was the first trade that I mentioned in that video was the pound USD. So this is the picture that I had from before the week started. Okay, so this was just before Sunday night. And I was mentioning the 139 level, 139.300. So somewhere in there, I was looking for a trade for a sell. As you can see, my overall target was still the 136 level. So I still believe price has got to come all the way down to this level down here. Okay, so let me just show you how it plays out. I'm just going to skip through the chart. Okay, so we're just watching how it's progressing. Price is now coming up to that level. Okay, so we're starting to get ready for the trade. It's now at 138.766. The minute it hits 139, we're going to start taking entries in that box where the two black lines are. If I just keep moving forward, you'll see how it gets in there. Now it's rejecting. It's come to the area and it's showing me signs that it's actually struggling where I want to see a sell. So for 4, 8, 12, 16 hours now, it's been stuck here. Okay. On the 20th hour, we start to get the drop. If we haven't got our entry in there now, it's too late. Okay. The pound USD has just been dropping throughout the week. Okay. So there's around about 200 pips from the drop, if I'm correct. Almost 200 pips, let's say 196, 190. So all you have to do is catch that weekend video, catch the area, the numbers that I'm marking out. I can actually show you if I just quickly, I've got the video here. So that was the picture that I saw. I had the area marked out and everything. And as you can see, it's played off of it perfectly for what was a 200 pip move. Keep an eye on the weekend video. Look out for the trades that I'm calling. You set your alert there. You take the sell, leave it for the week. It's now Thursday evening. So that happened, I believe, Monday morning, Monday afternoon. And by Thursday evening, you're now 200 pips in profit. That's the pound USD. Okay, guys, the next one was Euro USD. Now, this one just missed. Okay, now what I want to explain is I was mentioning this area here, this candle. It's actually played into the body perfectly. My problem was I've gone for the round number again. So I'm looking at the 117 mark to take an entry for the buy. What happened was it came to about 117. It came within about 2 pips of my entry and it's now gone. That happens in trading. I'm not going to try and jump on it just because it missed my area and it's now going up. I'm aware that it probably will come up now and take out that double top that I mentioned. My main focus now will be the sell. I'm going to focus on the sell at the 120 level, maybe just before it, maybe 120, 100. Okay. Just missed. Okay. So that one just missed. Euro USD. Okay, guys, so the next one I want to mention is the AUDJPY. This is the setup that I had on the 4-hour time frame. Little lesson here. I was waiting for the 84,600 mark. I wanted to see it come into my blue box somewhere in here and have a drop down. The trade is still valid to do that. However, I wouldn't be too confident in it now, but it is still valid. It's still available to go up there and hit that area, then drop again. I'll just show you what happened on the daily. It's actually played off the daily picture already. It's hit the area for my students that know what to look at here. And now it's starting to have its move to the downside. So again, I'll let that one play. I'll let that one go. I'm not going to try and take a trade on that now. But if it does start to come back up to this area again, maybe next week, early next week, I'll be thinking about a trade in that area. That's the AUDJPY. Okay, guys, the next one I want to talk about is the EURJPY. This is a trade that we actually took a lot of focus on Tuesday morning when I was on my London live call. I know a student that got into this trade, so I can tell you what happened very well. The trades went very well. It dropped down. It had a movement down of around, I think it was about, 56, it was about 70 pips. And then it comes back to the area. So at that point there, 70 pips up, what I trained my students to do is to move their stop loss towards break even at that point. You're now in a bit of profit. There's no point letting the trade come back against you and start to be in a minus. If it comes back against you, it's going to take you out and you're going to make nothing. You're not going to gain anything. You're not going to lose anything. Tapped out of break even. So what happens is it comes back, taps us out of break even, takes out any stop losses that were above here. It's a liquidity grab. They've grabbed a lot of money above here, very slightly there, and that's where the energy now comes for the move down. So I was just a little bit too early on the entry. So what happened is it's come down, it's enticed sellers to get in, come back, took them out, and now it looks like the move may go down and start making some progress to the downside. So that's the EURJPY. Again, not really going to take any action on this now. I'm going to watch this area early next week, see if it's going to play around a bit again. And I'll be mentioning a trade in probably that weekend video. So be sure to check that. Okay. The next one, guys, is the NZDJPY. It's another successful trade. I mentioned the 78 mark. I liked this area. My students who would know I like this pattern, this picture that we're looking at. It came to my bar, it came to my area, and it's had a 100 pip drop from the area. So this is the picture that I had before we could see what's that now happened. I was mentioning the sell in that area. It just played off of the area perfectly, and eventually now, again, something that happened maybe Monday, Tuesday, you're now starting to see the results come Thursday night. So again, it's a patience game. You've got to learn to be able to place something, take a trade, and leave it for a couple of days. It's not like a football match or a football accumulator where you place your bet and 90 minutes later you're going to know the results. It's not that fast. You have to be very patient. Sometimes you've got to wait 2 to 3 days to see the real profits, the real results. That's the NZDJPY. That's that segment completed. Okay, guys, I've actually got a really current thing to look at right now. So this is something that you can actually focus on. It's going to be something that I'm going to tell you, well, keep an eye on this number, keep an eye on this area. First thing I want to mention is I was looking at a sell around, I think it was the 148, 400, 600 level, somewhere here. It just blasted out of my area. It's a loss, you know, that trade there. I don't want to portray to you a false image that I lost the trade there. Okay, so there's 30 pips gone. That's fine. What I've now mentioned, and I think I mentioned this on the yesterday morning's London call with my students, is I like the 150 area. I like what's left here. I like the way prices kind of come up and done what, you know, there's like, I call that a killing. There'll be a lot of traders that were killed in that area, a lot of money that was accumulated. I like how it's kind of sticking here. So if I just go to a 4 hour, it looks a bit clearer. I like the area. It's been here for about a day now, about a day and a bit, a day and a half. It seems to be interacting around that 150 level very cleverly. So what I'm going to say is keep an eye on the 149,900 mark. So at the moment, we're on 149,758. It's only 15 pips away. It will be an area where I would look to take an entry. And again, you can have a stop loss round about 150, 200. Keep a 30 pip stop loss. If it comes above that candle there again, trade will be void. Okay. But I believe we're going to get a drop from this area, and I can see it going at least 200 pips to the 148 level. That's the Euro CAD. Keep an eye on that. Okay, guys, the next one's the EURNZD. I actually had a couple positions on this. I expected price to come a little bit lower and actually take out this area where my cursor line is. I had 2 positions that came and took me out at break even. So I was in some profits. I left it. I tried to let it ride to come down to this area. And as you can see, price has completely gone the other way. What I believe they're doing is they've come back towards the 169,500 level, and they've started to react from it. They're starting to take positions from it. So it's something that's happened here that they're now reacting to. So again, I wouldn't call a trade on this now. All I'd say to you now is check my weekend video. I'll see how this finishes from Friday. Check my weekend video out. I'll be mentioning this pair as always and seeing what would be the best opportunity for the next week. I am thinking about it selling again from this 169,500 level, but I want to see it. I want to see it interact with that level again and then drop. The more it does that, the more confident I'll be in the trade. So that's the EURNZD. Now, one quick thing I want to mention about this pair is that it's known for enticing traders into an area, and then the market makers will step in and go and absorb all that liquidity. So I'll keep that in mind as well when I'm watching this. That's the EURNZD. Okay, guys, this is actually quite an exciting thing to announce because recently I've been back testing my methods that I use in currency pairs like the pound, the euro, whatever. And I've just been looking at cryptocurrencies. I've been back testing the way they move. Does it do the same things that I can see happening in the currencies? It does. So if you I'll show you the picture that I had. This is what I was looking at, this area. I think it was around about there, which would have been that action there. So I was basically saying, look, Bitcoin looks like it's playing off of the 60,000 level where I've got my black lines off of here. If it's going to come back into this area again, I'm expecting another sell. It has this week and it's dropped quite nicely. What's down to almost 55,000. So there's like a 5,000 point difference there in the move. So again, it's looking good. This works on cryptocurrencies as well. I didn't trade this, but I've just given it a little test now. I will start to after I would say I've become in sync with it and I know how it moves properly. But it's exciting to know that this stuff works also in cryptocurrencies. And guys, it's not that hard to notice. I mean, if for the students that know, you'll know my method. You'll know that I would have really liked this area and why I would have liked this piece of price action here. Now, what it's done is just come back to it, not once, twice, 3 times, 4, maybe 5 opportunities to take a good sell there on Bitcoin. And you would have seen some good profits, all from the same level, all from the same area. It's just a patience game of waiting for price to get into that level and then doing the right actions. Okay, guys, this is the gold euro. Getting very suspicious on this now. So I've been mentioning this area where we're at. It's kind of similar looking to what we just looked at on Bitcoin. I actually mentioned in my video the 1472 to 1476 level for a sell. It actually came to it here. I think that was Tuesday, and it's had a drop down to what was around about the 1455, 1456 level. So yeah, there was a good move off the area again. I didn't think it would happen. I did think it would go and eat the area, which I do think it's going to do now. So I'm going to monitor this today. This is going to be something that you can focus on for Friday. I know gold likes to make a move on Friday, so just be aware of this. I'm saying it could sell again. It could be a bigger move down to the downside, maybe even taking out this area next time and coming lower. I do believe it's got to come here at least to 1440. So just keep an eye on that for Friday, but also be aware that, look, it's been here a few times now. There is going to be a lot of traders that are thinking the same, which, if you know, isn't always the best train to be on, if that makes sense. So keep an eye on that. Let's see how it plays. If I just flick onto the gold USD, I mentioned that, look, this daily swing is what I'm looking at. I do want to see price back up towards the 1780. That's the reason I believe it didn't go and make the low from here, because it's still got to do the proper deeper retracement. So we're just waiting on that deeper retracement into that area. I'm calling it around 1780. 1800, somewhere in that area. We're going to get a sell to the downside that will then come lower and take out this double bottom, take out all the liquidity that's going to be underneath here. And I believe it's still got that longer term target to come to, which is around 1640. So keep an eye on this one. It may happen. You may get the start of it tomorrow. If not, it'll be something to really focus on at the start of next week. Is it in that area, or is it rejecting? Can we get an entry? Can we take a trade, a safe trade with a decent size stop loss, a decent risk to reward? That's the gold pairs. Okay, guys. Last but not least is oil. I mentioned the sell around the 63, 64 mark, where I've got my lines marked out. It's pretty much done nothing all week, just ranging in between this 62 to 58 level. So what I'm saying now, just looking at this, I'm looking at a potential buy opportunity. I like the way that it's sticking in this area. I believe it's got to push up to there no matter what. So what I'm going to say now is just let's focus on this box. What I've got is basically the 58 number, the 58, 59, somewhere in there. I'm going to expect price to just dip again, and then we're going to get the move at some point, hopefully next week, up towards 63. Let's see how that goes. This has got different drives. It's got different forces behind it. It's a lot more to do with the fundamentals, to do with whatever's happening with oil. So again, it's just got some different mechanics behind it. So this isn't abnormal. You know, it's just been sitting in this area. It's waiting for something. It's waiting for a transaction to be placed, and then we're going to start to see where it really wants to go. So just be patient with it. It's not done anything this week that's made me want to trade anything or place anything in there. But if it comes to one of them areas again, and I like the way it's moving, I'm going to start to think about that trade. Okay, so that's US oil, and that'll be my last one. Okay, guys, that's all from me this week. That was my Forex weekly review. There were some good trades called in there on the weekend, some very profitable situations. So my advice to you right now is to make sure you catch that weekend video. Look at the trades that I'm focusing on. I will be mentioning, maybe I might call 10 trades, but I'll be calling 3 main focuses. So there'll be 3 things that you need to focus on throughout the week. You can monitor them, set your alerts, and take a trade. Take one on a demo. See how it would have performed for you, see what would have happened, see how you could have maybe made some profits. If that sounds good, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner. Stay up to date. You'll get the video posted up on your YouTube so you won't forget it, and then you'll be in the best position for next week. Again, I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday London live calls. Reach out to me. You can hit me up on Instagram. That's adstar10_FX. Just hit me up with a DM, send me a direct message, say you want to join the London live calls. It's been quite successful recently with a few students, just looking at what's happening in the morning and then I call some trades for the day, and there's been some quite profitable situations like we've just seen. So again, guys, be safe, have a great trading week. That was Capital A. I'll see you all on the weekend.